Damn it, I've overfilled the kettle again. Shit. It happens. That was an L.
Good job, bro.
Trying to get a 6 shot. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a typical rest day, kind of just what that looks like for me. Just explain some of the diet changes that occur on this day. Typically calories are a little lower by 150 to 200 calories. Not a substantial difference. However, the sources that I get my calories from are quite different. So since today is a rest day, no training involved besides cardio and abs, which I'm gonna go do. That means a lot of my caloric intake comes from protein and fat and very low carb, as opposed to a training day where it's a little bit higher carb, lower fat, and protein's around the same, which is 220 grams. So I typically like to start my morning off, as you guys know, for those who have been tuning into the channel, always get my coffee in. That's like a staple. Take my fasted supplements pre-fasted cardio, so currently clenbuterol and yohimbine. After I complete my stretching and foam rolling and morning mobility routine, I'll go and hit cardio and abs. 30 minutes of cardio, fasted, and then 3 to 4 sets of abs. I typically do anywhere from 2 to 3 exercises, and that's about either 2 bodyweight exercises, 1 resistant, being a rope crunch. So I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate up a little bit, go hit that, get my first meal in, and then I'll kind of just go through a breakdown nutritionally of what's gonna change today and just go more into depth on what I actually do on a rest day to help promote muscle recovery, let my body repair and recover for the following training sessions this week. right, y'all, we just got done with fasted cardio and some abs. Pretty good session. A total of 545 calories burned which is in range. Typically those sessions will be about 450 to 550 right now. Just trying to keep my heart rate above 130 and lower than 150, so somewhere in that range. Typically after that, I'll get my first meal in of the day in, and as I mentioned, these meals are substantially lower in carbohydrate sources. So for my first meal, I'm going to be having 300 grams of egg whites, 50 grams of a bagel, which is half a bagel, 100 grams of cherry tomatoes, 100 grams of asparagus, and then 50 grams of avocado. And that's typically how most meals will be structured on these rest days. All these meals are going to be higher in protein, a little higher in fat, and then very low in carbohydrates. So just to give you guys a quick example, meal total, calorie totals for today is going to be around 1,800, and then protein intake is going to be 2223, 130 grams of carbs, and then 50 grams of fat. So calorie intake is actually 1898 as opposed to training days, which is 1995. So not a substantial difference there. It's just a difference in carbohydrates. So carbohydrate intake on training days is 203 grams, and then as I mentioned, non-training days 137 grams, so substantially lower. And that's just because I don't need the glucose or glycogen for intense training. Body priorities for today are just to let the body recover, prime it, and get it ready for the rest of the training sessions this week so they can be fully optimized and executed at 100%. Just a quick update on body weight as well. Weigh-in today was 203.2. Gonna get my check-ins over to my coach, physique updates. Not gonna show you guys those yet. Those will be coming very soon. I just wanna make sure, I'm happy with the way I look when I present to you guys. But the way things are going right now are going pretty smooth. Hopefully by Sunday, I'll be down to about 200 to 201 pounds, which will put me in a very good position to be ending out this recomp phase and start a full throttle prep. And for those of you who compete in bodybuilding know what I mean by full throttle. Also going to be getting blood work done this week, so I'll go over the results with you guys in next week's video. As I mentioned, I did have some lipid profiles that were out of range, so I've been taking some lipid support and all the other supplementation that I covered in my supplementation video to kind of help get those back into optimal ranges. So hopefully that helps out. I've been pushing with calorie deficit, training, cardio. The only factor missing is obviously that one substantial factor. Now, it's not the most important, but it definitely helps. So, but I think that's going to be the end of today's video. There's not really much else to cover. It's a nice and short one today. I kind of just wanted to give you guys a quick little insight to what I do on a rest day. It's typically just the cardio session, you guys seen the abs, and then I just make sure I get my steps in. Steps are about 10K right now. So typically I'll just make sure I'm walking throughout the day, not sitting on the couch too long, just keeping it very periodic. But I hope the new year is treating y'all well. 2023 is going to be a very, very big year. I hope you guys continue to support. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow this community. And let's just keep pushing on this journey. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.